most of what you hear in the news, especially in the press, about the disasters, plural, that are awaiting Earth and humanity, if you really think about them seriously, you gravitate toward thermodynamics. It's toward power, which keeps everything moving, including all of the biosphere, with us kind of in the middle because we're so amazing. The course had three parts. I remind you, the laws, then the relations between properties, were also known as analytical thermodynamics. And the third part was about power and refrigeration, or applications, or the source of this discipline. So power, which includes refrigeration, because without power there is no refrigeration. Power is a challenge, is everywhere, not only in the traditional areas called, mechanical power to electricity and so on, and also refrigeration to air conditioning, and on and on. A lot of this, let's say, growth of this particular domain has to do with what you read in the news. And you, if you are in this game called thermodynamics, you should be able to say, wait a minute, what's the meaning of that? You do this even before you decide on your own whether what you hear is true or false. The sad news, as you'll see in my first sketch, the sad news is that the thermodynamics originally was a very simple, indisputable argument backed by machines, backed by people who are, buying coal in order to make a fire and drive a pump to pump water out of the mines. It was irrefutable in its correctness. And then along the way, so that's 100 years later, when physics decided to march blindly in the direction of reductionism, the idea that if you want to find truth, you have to look at smaller and smaller dimensions. Let's call it knowledge industry, lost sight of two things. One, the origin of the doctrine, but the more important thing that was forgotten was the purposefulness of the phenomenon. And the phenomenon is the one I just told you. It's called power, which comes from, historically, fire. Every day it comes from fire. I mean, the solar input, which drives everything on Earth, is exactly that, much, much bigger. So the one word for what we have today in thermodynamics, infamously, is jargon. And this is why it's important to read very carefully the very few elements of the beautiful doctrine.